Hello humans, I'm the Recruiting Maven and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing job scams, how to identify them, and how to avoid them. Yes, job scams are on the rise. If you check the FTC site, it will give you the amount of fraud happening in the United States. Currently, there are well over 196,000 reports of imposter scams and a total loss reported of $157.7 million. Imposter scams are scams wherein an individual impersonates another, like a scammer impersonating a hiring company. Now, please note that not everyone reports cases of fraud, and some of them believe that the numbers are far worse than what is being reported. For the new viewers, everything we discuss here on this channel is related to being ahead of the game in terms of being career ready for the changes that are happening now due to AI and how it will affect your ability to stay employed. With that said, here are a couple of article headlines which are quite alarming. Artificial intelligence making job scams more dangerous, and fraudsters use AI tools to create phony job posts to get your attention, info, and money. Given the rise of AI, job scammers have become more skillful and seemingly masters of the pen, or in this case, AI. So how does AI factor into the scam? The scammers have improved their game with AI. These days, they're using it to craft their job postings and messaging. Long gone are the days of those obviously sketchy emails from foreign princes asking for money along with bad grammar. Oh no, my friend. Even if their English isn't top-notch, it doesn't matter because AI picks up the slack. They're using it to polish up their job ads and messages, making them look as legit as can be. So are there online job boards that are more safe over others? Well, based on my experience, I'd say no. I use the traditional platforms that everyone is using, and again, these scammers are everywhere. I will say that these online platforms are not 100% accurate, and they cannot monitor every single job posting that they have. The only recourse that you have is to report the scammer yourself. In the past, I've certainly reported job posting scams, so don't feel shy about sounding the alarm and having that online site take a second look at that company's posting. Bottom line, if you're a legit company, you have nothing to worry about. If the job posting is indeed a scam, report it, as it could prevent another unsuspecting person from falling into the trap of job fraud. Let's take a look at 10 signs that the job posting is potentially a scam. Number 1, when you receive an email from a company about a job, I would recommend for you to take note of the email extension. So taking a look at the top example where it says at bridgeportagency.com, well, that makes perfect sense. Sounds like a legitimate company. By contrast, the one below it where it says at gmail.com, well, that would be your first red flag. Second red flag would come from the subject line where it says interview request, data entry, admin, operations manager. Well, did you apply to all three? Are you qualified to do all three? Are you wanting to interview for all three? Again, there's something wrong there. So I would say stop and reevaluate, because I know a lot of us get very excited that we're now getting an interview request and, we're in a rush. And so we could easily make a mistake by not just slowing ourselves down and really taking a look at what's in front of us. If things look okay, then I would check my application tracker and compare my notes to verify that I did apply to that company. If you forgot to track your application, go back to the online site, and they often have a tab for either saved jobs or jobs applied to. Another source is the Job Hunting Journal, which I authored. I drew from my own experience as a contractor. Using this tracking method helped me to find stability and a positive outlook while I was in between contracts, and I believe it could do the same for you. Number 2, reimbursement for equipment. Lots of scams surrounding equipment reimbursement, so be aware. Some companies will email you a reimbursement check as an attachment. You're supposed to download it and print it out. Please note that that's not a real check. How are you going to endorse the check in the back? A teller won't accept a home printed check, or at least I have never heard or seen someone being able to deposit such a check. If you have, please share with us in the comment section your experience so that the rest of us can become more aware. Number 3, job descriptions with typos and unusual requests. I found this job posting, and I don't know about you, but having a Hispanic accent when speaking English, being a preferred skill, that's questionable. And frankly, that's offensive to me, as English is my second language and Spanish is my first. Y nadie nunca me ha pedido que use el acento hispano cuando hablo inglés, pero bueno. Number 4, the URL is not secure. I know we're all in a rush and you may be aware of this, but review and verify the URL being secure. Remember, it should have a little lock icon. Number 5, onboarding information. You've got to do your due diligence and verify that the company you're dealing with is legitimate, because you'll be asked to provide your personal information like your social security number, home address, and so on. There's no shortcut to this. Number 6, bait and switch job postings. In other words, the job posted for a project manager position, but then they end up trying to sell you their services. I ran into this type of job posting several years ago. The company had posted a job to become a recruiter, and then the job ended up being for a network marketing company. I reported the job posting and let them know specifically what the deal of that posting was about. It was essentially taken down. Number 7, rush hiring processes. If you find yourself in a rushed hiring process where the company is pushing you to fill out forms and asking for payment upfront for the equipment, even before you receive the equipment, it's crucial to hit the brakes and slow down. The whole point of this rush is to throw you off guard and prevent you from paying close attention. Scammers thrive on urgency. So essentially, tread carefully, because once you're in that rush mindset, it's all too easy to overlook red flags and make mistakes. Number 8, be careful with the information you list on your CV or resume. Keep it to a phone number and a dedicated email just for your job searches. For those of you who are coming from other countries and use a CV and are accustomed to putting lots of personal information on your CV, please don't. Think of it as a way of just staying safe. Number 9, an offer is too good to be true and/or making false promises that seem too good to be true. Enough said about that. Number 10, intuition. Use it, trust it, follow it. If that little voice is sending you caution messages, listen to it. I do hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Please check out the Recruiting Maven website for additional resources like the ChatGPT prompt guide for improving your resume, the Job Hunting Journal, which is a book that I wrote that supports you during job hunting, especially in bringing back to you that feeling of stability and forward motion, as well as other helpful resources. So do check it out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care and have a lovely rest of your day.